Allow me to set the scene. Interior, night. Low ceiling, 200 capacity, and no aircon. It's a Saturday night and you've got your combat boots on. Tight, black jeans, pre-drink hath been drunk, and you are ready to go to a local show. You're excited because you get to go see I Valmatize Von Visualize, the Sydney-based tech death jazz fusion band. They've just released a new song and it's popping off. 2,000 views in 3 months, 10 comments, and you get the feeling they're about to take off. It's just a matter of time. You roll up early to catch their blistering 20-minute set, lager in hand, you bear witness. The last song fades, the house lights come up, and the 10 people in attendance wipe the beaded sweat from their brow as they come to terms with what they've just seen. Time for another beer. Better yet, make it 2. Their drummer has the chops of a domesticated New Zealand sheep, and you figure they could use refreshment. With the finesse of a young Robert Downey Jr., you awkwardly bump and sway your way to the front of the merch desk, where the magician awaits. After running the numbers and crunching all available data, you muster up the courage to offer unto him your most sincere congratulations, with a soft but feeble, good set bro. And then you pass them the beer. Without eye contact nor tact, the drummer looks at your feeble hands and says, I would have preferred if you bought a shirt, I've got my own beer. The camera then pans to reveal that you are not, in fact, the sweaty-browed combat-booted fan, but in fact, the drummer, the magician, the dick. Today's episode will be about navigating the scene, and will feature some cautionary tales, and I'll basically be trying to get you to see the weight of your seemingly tiny and insignificant actions with a little friend I like to call situational anxiety, or its other term, spicy empathy. Now imagine for a second what it must have been like to be that sweaty fan and to kind of be crushed like that. All they want to do is just congratulate you and basically say thanks for a really cool set. Now, I know what that can be like sometimes. Sometimes like a thanks just really isn't a thanks. It's kind of like they want something else from you, and that really, really fucking sucks. Because sometimes like, a nice gesture is a nice gesture. It's a, hey dude, take this beer so I can show you how I scream in this packed venue. Hey dude, want a bump? Also, did I tell you that we're looking to tour in January with you on your tour? Please take us. If you've ever felt this way or had this happen to you, I understand. If you're a musician or a woman in a bar, I know what it's like for someone to come up to you and just kind of only tell you nice things because they want something from you. And it's just fucking gross. But I specifically put you in the shoes of that combat-booted sweaty fan so you could kind of try and empathize with how that must have felt. And kind of, I know it might be a bit shit, but more importantly, what it might actually do to your band. What was one potentially just exhausted remark from one muso would be the thing that completely changes the perspective of one of your potential fans. Everything you say or do or behave, it just becomes this kind of like metaphysical identity of your band. While you might get away with not like basically letting like half your Spotify fan base that you're a bit of a dick, the movers and shakers of the scene, booking agents, label runners, other bands that you might want to support with, they all run in really small circles. If for whatever reason like that combat booted fan was like the housemate of like your town's biggest booking agent, literally all it would take is if that booking agent asked their housemate, hey, what do you think of that band? They might say something like, yeah, really talented band, but a bunch of dicks. And then there's you playing the same 200 capacity venues until you die. I know it seems dramatic, but we're musicians, not accountants. But it is something I can kind of like measure. I've seen this situation happen time and time again. The reality is, everyone knows everyone in the scene. Like, as a personal example, when we're looking to sign to a label, one of the members of my band was seeing a girl that one of the label heads used to see, and they were still good friends. So literally the label head said, hey, is Grademan a bunch of dicks? And our fate basically held in the balance an opinion of someone my friend in my band was seeing. You literally couldn't have gotten any closer to home if you tried. Like, the crucial opinion that was held in the balance was literally of the person my guitarist was seeing. So you even need to treat your partners with respect, which, I know, like in the metal scene, fucking crazy, right? Who would have thought? I remember one time we were supporting like a band on tour, and it was like the 3rd show I literally just asked for some advice, and I said, like, hey dude, where did you guys go to get your merch posted up on that store? And without missing a beat, the guy was kind of just like, come back to me in 5 years. I didn't full punish the dude then and there, but I made a mental note. And it was something along the lines of, this guy has his head so far up his own ass, it's a surprise he can hear the click track. Now, like obviously, small comment, and other than that, the band really hasn't done anything to us personally to kind of like fuck us around, like they actually took us on tour. But upon sharing this experience I had, I kind of started to work out that a lot of other people had similar experiences with this band. And basically what happened was, a lot of these people are never gonna work with that band again. And Gravemind would never work with them again, not because they're dicks, but basically I can literally see them kind of like fading away into obscurity, because no one wants to work with them. None of the big bands that I kind of needed to help them kind of keep growing want to work with them. And slowly but surely, this band is toast. You know, it started small. It was one little comment. But basically it wasn't just one little comment, but it was more than that. It was like the summation of all these shitty attitudes and behaviors that ultimately debilitated an otherwise awesome band. Your position in this industry is super fragile. There's like a reason that you don't see rock star attitudes anymore. It's because no one wants to work with dicks. And let's be frank, your tech, death, jazz fusion band just isn't selling enough tickets to be putting up with that shit. I have seen and I have thoroughly enjoyed watching people like tour managers, booking agents, give absolute ribbings to bands that are being absolute pricks on tour. I live for it. It brings me life. Because for every pitfall that your band doesn't fall in, there's one left waiting in the wings for somebody else. And when you're starting out, you basically just want to be professional. Not just on the stage, but off the stage as well. I'm not saying don't have fun. I mean, party, but pack the van first, collect your $50 guarantee, and thank everyone that had anything to do with helping you be on that show. Then get on the beers. Who cares? Your actions, however small, have consequences. And if you're just starting out, and you're trying to get where few are able to go, you need to be mindful of that. And likewise, if you were ever a big band and now you can't actually get like a club show, maybe it's time to ask yourself, the past few tours or shows or recording sessions, what were we doing? What were our actions? What were our behaviors? Did we invite dozens of people into the green room and trash it? Did we make a big fuss about our position on the lineup? Did we tell the booking agent she had a nice ass? If you answered yes to any of these, there's a good chance your band may well and truly be fucked. Because the thing I'm trying to absolutely belt over your head today in this video is no matter how small or insignificant the action is, if it's a shitty action, it builds up speed, gets trajectory, and it affects your band in the long run. People love to gossip and they hate to work with shit cunts. It's like a little technical term that means someone that makes you wince if you imagine working with them. If you're doing anything besides keeping your head down, working really hard, and just trying not to be a dick, then you're gonna get Iowa 9-piece levels of Left Behind. I've seen it happen so many times. And look, rationally, probably there's someone watching at home right now thinking to themselves, fuck your band, fuck, I never should have lent you my drumsticks, like, fuck you. And like, you can't realistically keep track of all these potential little mistakes you make, but what you can do is take responsibility of the things that you're doing in the moment. And if you witness your band doing some shit things, stand up, like take a stand. I don't care if you're the runt of the litter in your band, stand up and say something. Stop them from ruining your dream, basically. Even just take 10 seconds right now. When you think of a shit cunt band, what do you think of? Oh, them. Yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Bunch of fucking dogs. See, it doesn't even really take that long to find a good example. Use that. Think of as many examples as you can and convince your band to change their attitudes or watch all your opportunities slip away like sands through the hourglass. Good luck, gang. See you next time.